champagne, please, miss.
Oh, David, I can't. It's only 11 a.m. and I'm already dizzy. Nah, don't worry. You'll sleep it off on the aeroplane. God knows. Those are wonderful earrings.
Mm.
Do you like them? Yeah, I meant to say so earlier. £5 in Soho. They're diamante.
Mm.
Remarkable. Thank you. Oh, before I get too drunk to remember, do you think you could be an angel and pick me up a few things? Here. I'm really only interested in about 2 things. Mostly what I'm interested in are the 2 china bowls here from this place, and then the green screen for the fireplace in the living room, darling.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Don't you think pink would go better there? What? What was that? What? Yes! Pink, it's perfect. Of course it is.
Miss Penny Smallwood, would you please come to the information desk on the lower level? Thank you.
What could that be?
Better go and see. Oh, miss.
I'm sorry, honey. Shit.
Right.
So sorry about that. Oh, sweet.
What is it?
When are you coming back?
Don't know. I'll call you.
Still thinking of going to Singapore?
Well, we thought about Tahiti, actually, instead, but I haven't quite decided. What is it?
I forgot to ask Anya to pack your bathing suits.
Stephanie, come on now. Don't you think you better go now?
You're right. Maybe I should go. I'm just making things worse.
Oh, perhaps you better stay till Penny comes back at least.
No, tell her I have a headache from the champagne. It won't be a lie.
Stephanie, you did want me to do this, didn't you?
Yes, I did, David. I did. Have a safe journey, darling.
Must they all go, Signora?
Mm-hmm. God, don't tell me this is him already.
All right, love? Oh, that's a chilly one, isn't it?
This way.
Hello. Oh, it's you, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was... I only seen you at the window that day, didn't I?
That's it for this room, but there's more upstairs. Now, I want you to take all of it. You can dump what you don't want if you like, but you have to take the whole lot.
Oh, this as well.
That's what I said. Everything.
But it's a very... Well, it's quite a valuable item. I've not seen many of these around.
That's not surprising, since it was made especially for me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, can you take it?
Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Out with the old, ring in with the new. Said it.
You could say that. Well, we'll expect you at 5 o'clock this afternoon, then. We should be finished by then, shouldn't we, Anya?
I think so, Signora.
You must be a very unhappy woman.
I suppose you know that from having met so many before.
They mostly only get unhappy when I leave, Stephanie. Dancing in the dark, zappity-dee-doo, dancing in the dark.
Have you known him long?
Oh, no. Until yesterday, I've only seen him in the streets.
Some stud, huh?
Uh-huh.
If I were you, I'd have vetted him immediately.
Signora, I think you're making a joke with me.
No joke at all. In 5 years, I've never seen you with a single man. What is it with you? Don't you have any desire?
Desire, I see. No. No desire.
He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Thus saith the Lord, dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. There is no respect of persons. We die the common death of all mankind, for all have sinned, and the wages of sin is death. But blessed be God, the Father of mercies.
Perhaps you'd prefer to end this session early.
It's awfully big of you. Since I've already paid, I'll stay.
Most people who come to see me have lost their ability to make choices. I don't think you have.
Right. Is crippled, very crippled, totally crippled, and dead. I just haven't made up my mind yet.
I think you have at least 4 choices.
That's just what I said.
First, there is suicide. Very effective in the elimination of pain. Also strikes out at anyone and everyone you ever blamed for it, with the added bonus that they can never ever strike back. The only problem is that you will not be around to enjoy it. So with that in mind, you might prefer the gutter, number 2. A choice with many variations, like depression, self-mutilation, prison, etc., etc.
Stop right there. That's the one I picked. In fact, I already have. Even before the lecture. Even before the uplifting parts, which I'm sure were about to come. It's dark and warm and wet there.
Where?
I'm fucking a totter.
You're what?
You know, the junkman. Don't you have them around here? We fuck on Thursday afternoons on his usual round. And then any other time his business commitments allow, which is actually quite often. Of course, it depends if he's picked up a load of, say, lead, or whether it's just the usual round of refrigerators and stoves. Copper's very good, of course. That's always good for 2 or 3 fucks. And brass is good for a couple of fucks, too.
Exactly what is the object of this liaison?
Fucking, I think. Yes, that is its main object, really. Why the disapproving stare? He's a very nice man. He's married 13 years with a lovely little girl. You said life was full of choices. Well, I made one.
Let me give it to you straight, Miss Anderson. I think you are walking a very fine line. See, I think you are this far from going over. You know what I'm saying? This far from killing yourself. It's no game. You come in here, dragging yourself into the dirt. You think I am going to laugh along with you, when all I see is you sliding past the point where anybody's ever going to be able to catch you. Nobody can, if you don't want to be. Don't you understand? Now make up your mind.
I've already lost my music. How can I live without my husband, too?
There are only 3 things you can't live without. That's air, water, and bread.
Well, how was it, babe?
You know I always like it with you, Harry.
Yeah, me and all.
Why is that?
Why? Why? I think you know. You're great, babes. Great.
You like me being a cripple, don't you, Harry?
Hey? Stop it. Stop it. You're not a cripple anyway. Don't be daft.
Go on, admit it. It turns you on.
What? Get off it.
What's your favorite? Paraplegics?
Smarty pants. Think you're very smart, don't you? I mean, why aren't Aren't you just glad you found somebody you like to do it with?
Oh, Harry. I really like you.
I like you and all. But we've got about as much in common as a cat and a mouse, and don't ask me which is which. Hey, for all I know, you might just like the smell of metal.
You mean you're not going to marry me?
Oh, Christ, all right, I've had enough of this.
Where are you going? I thought you were staying for dinner.
I can't. I can't. Stop it. My wife and kids, Wayne. I've gotta go.
What a devoted guy. A real family man.
See you, Joe.
The signora's not staying for supper?
No, Signor is not staying for supper. And I'm not hungry either.
Ah, no, signora. When you see the beautiful fish I cooked for you, you will change your mind. Come.
No.
And I did a new salad with very little garlic, not much. And we will enjoy dinner together.
You know, that whole thing about unrequited love and broken hearts is right out of a tuppenny romance. I'm convinced of it now. I mean, one minute you think you're going to die, and the next minute you can hardly remember the man's name. This is good. What's in this? Olive?
Rosemary.
Uh-huh. Mind you, getting a good screw now and then doesn't do any harm either, huh? What are you looking at? Don't you dare look at me like that! Don't you dare!
Anya. Anya. I feel so bad. I can't sleep. Can I sit with you? Those noises everywhere, every time I shut my eyes. Even now, can you hear it?
I hear nothing, Signora.
You're not angry with me, are you?
No, I'm not angry.
You have to forgive me. You must. I love you.
I love you too. I love you, Signora.
I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I'm so cold. Could you warm me just a little?
Of course.
Could I come in?
Come here.
the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, though the paint is cracking black. And there's that old tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home.
Magic, Harry!
Yes, they've all.
He could have made a career of it.
He never said a word.
Well, he must like you. I've never known him modest before.
Sweetly, it's good to touch the green, green grass of home.
That's a gorgeous ring you're wearing.
Oh, thank you.
And your outfit is really classy.
Oh, do you like it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Thank you. I'm glad you do.
I'm always telling myself I ought to buy something like that, but I always end up with this sort of thing. Look like the decorations on a Christmas tree, don't I?
No, I think you look very nice.
Harry said you were a nice sort.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't mind my asking, have you had your trouble long?
No, I don't mind your asking. About 5 months.
It's such a shame. Still, we've all got our crosses to bear, don't we? We've got a little girl with a hole in her heart. Poor little love. They say she won't live past 13. When she was very young, she couldn't take more than a step or two without getting completely knackered, so Harry used to run and run with her on his back. Can you imagine? He's been so good to her.
Are you Harry's wife?
Yeah. Well, didn't you know?
No.
Oh, well, I've heard all about you. Harry wanted us to meet. Isn't that nice?
And you're not jealous?
Oh, no. I'm not that sort. Besides, he's always been very good to me. He never even raises his voice. I always tell him he should have gone in for one of the medical professions.
What are you doing going out with me anyway, Steph?
I don't think it'll be for much longer, Harry.
Yeah, thought as much.
Oh, but I want to thank you. I've learned so much from you.
What could you have learned from me, eh?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah?
Like how rude and relentless life is. And how if you want anything from it, you've got to be just as rude and relentless back.
Yeah, I guess I am a rude sort, you know.
I have something for you.
Yeah? Oh, it's a violin. Oh, that's very nice, Stephanie. I'll take lessons in it, I will.
I wanted you to have it. It's the one I used to play.
Yeah? Must be worth a few bob, eh?
About 250,000 pounds.
Well, I can't take this, Stephanie. I mean, no, you keep it or sell it yourself or something. You keep it yourself. I wouldn't feel right. I'm serious. I wouldn't feel right. Listen to me. Listen. It's very nice.
No, Harry, I want you to take it. No, take it! Otherwise, I'll smash it to pieces right here.
All right. I'll take it.
Now help me find a cab. Sonia! There.
What the hell's going on in here? Didn't expect to see you. Would you turn that thing off, please?
Oh, yeah, of course. What's the matter?
Don't steamroll me, Stephanie. Your recording session's on Tuesday. I've been trying to reach you all week.
Sonia, I told you to cancel that.
Cancel it? Do you think I'm mad? It's on and they're expecting you.
But I have nothing to play.
What are you talking about?
I have no violin. It's someone else's now.
What?
Don't get so excited.
Then it was your Goneri up for auction at Christie's this week.
So he put it up for sale, did he? Good for him.
Who?
Oh, just someone I know.
Have you seen this? He's been trying to call you, but you never pick up the phone.
I'm sorry.
He's worried about you. He's ready to cancel tour and come home.
Sonia. Send the studio my apologies. You're so much better at this sort of thing than I am. Now, I'd really like to be alone, if you don't mind. I'm quite tired from all of this.
All right, Stephanie. Talk to him, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And held La Signora Stefania, her soul drifts without anchor, and no safe place it knows. Help her to see and to know. In nome del Padre, del Figlio e del Santo Spirito. Amen.
So beautiful, isn't it?
You remember this concert?
Of course. One of your very finest.
I can't understand why I'm not afraid. I know you can't be real.
Isn't your imagination as much a part of nature as the table or the chair?
I've thought of you so often. You died so peacefully. Why should I die such a terrible death? Was I so terrible? Was this music so terrible?
Your music gave so much to people. You were blessed with the ability to open the deaf ears of men, to show them the eternity of life.
And there is such a thing as eternal life?
Look at me. I'm dead. But I'm here in front of you.
And I must be dead too.
No, not yet. But soon.
But your hands are like ice.
It's only that yours are still warm.
But I don't think I want to go with you, Leonid.
Signora? Signora? Signora?
I knew you'd be bursting with questions today. Too bad I'm not at all interested in answering them.
Don't think I'm going to apologize for missing the last two appointments, because I'm not.
And while I'm about it, would you mind not phoning me in the privacy of my own home?
I normally call if a patient misses an appointment.
Yeah, well, I don't appreciate every Tom, Dick, or whatever your name is
Louis.
barging into my life at the drop of a volume of Freud or whoever your little god is at the moment, okay?
Did I interrupt a lesson you were giving?
No, you did not interrupt a lesson I was giving. You know what your problem is, Doctor? You're a pain in the ass. Let me be more specific. First, you pretend to suffer from St. Vitus dance because your little foot keeps opening and closing this door down there till it drives me crazy. Second, you keep pulling on your ears till it drives me mad. You're like a bull elephant. And third, you keep sucking those fucking cough drops, and you don't even have a cold.
It's certainly the case that many of my patients go through times when they find me extremely irritating.
Oh, on the contrary, Doctor. The case is that this case has far outgrown your competence, and you don't have the courage or the honesty to admit it.
Don't you think we'll only be able to judge that by the final outcome?
The final outcome. You know, I have nothing but contempt for you. Sitting there year after year, listening to miserable people like me tell you how the world has destroyed them. Have you ever once felt anything like the pain they feel? Or the despair? Or the fear? You make your living from their suffering and you don't understand a shred of it. Any one of us is more qualified to speak than you because we have been there. We are still there.
A most piercing portrait. I can't agree with all of it, but with much of it. You must try to see that all this irritation and frustration is the result of great emotional progress. There is a positive side.
What positive can there be in that?
I don't know. Yet. It's still hidden. We must uncover it together.
I don't need you to tell me that my body is dying. Anyway, like anybody else, I have to face that alone.
You're giving up?
There's no magic in these walls. Or in that desk. Or in you. You've just managed to steel yourself against the same terror we all feel. It's true, isn't it?
I go jogging almost every morning, and I exercise at a gym, and I go to physicians of all kinds for frequent checkups on my health. Still, every time they sit me down to tell me their conclusions, my breath stops. My heart starts pounding as though any time it would just leap out of my throat. And why? Because no matter how many miracles or revelations there are in science and metaphysics, men will go on getting sick, growing old and dying.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I have no defense for your accusations. Why not immortality, at least for the best of us? For the genius who takes us where we never would have gone alone, or the artist with his revelations of other worlds. Or your beautiful fingers and hands, and the way they once moved.
Well, I just hope you don't speak like this with all your patients, Doctor.
Miss Anderson, I am not your doctor anymore.
Oh, please, Mr. Feldman. How could I possibly leave you now in such a state of despair? I wonder what's happened to Constantine. I mean, Sonia was supposed to pick him up at the airport.
Can't say I'm terribly worried.
Oh, come on, David. It's my birthday.
David, be a little more tolerant for once.
Tolerance is for pregnant women.
Penny, I cannot get over your American accent.
I know. 6 months at Yale, and it's as if I was born there.
What were you studying?
Oh, it wasn't me, it was David.
Really?
A conductor's residence for a semester.
Are you going back?
I haven't decided yet. It's, well, I have so many offers lately.
Pretty here.
Not like Las Vegas, is it?
Bessie comes from Oregon, Sonia. Didn't you know?
Why would I? I hope they've left us some food. Hey, anyone home?
But there's some sausages in the kitchen. Come on! It's become a racing drive.
Senora, I hope there's some food left for us. Anya.
Oh, so this is
Where's the birthday mischief?
Hey!
Constantine saw her in one of those topless shows in Las Vegas. And within the week, they were married.
Incredible.
He's also playing better than he's ever played in his life. So go figure that for me.
God, what a beautiful tree. Can we go there?
You like it? He's still there.
Did you expect otherwise?
What?
David's youth.
Our youth.
What? That tree?
I used to take my girlfriends there all the time.
God, really?
Coming?
In a moment. You go on ahead.
There we go. Here's me.
What a party.
She's so pretty.
Oh. Where's the birthday girl?
Oh, she's coming. She's coming.
Senora Stefania.
Oh, it's coming.
Hey, Anya, come on.